So now they're onto something new. Now you have the other side of the coin. Now you have Obama surrounded by neo-Marxists. Almost every one of his special advisors at some point in their life, or even currently, are avowedly communist, socialist, anarchist types. But instead of calling them by their proper designation, which is neocom, C-O-M, which would be a nice bookend to neocon, C-O-N, the media doesn't do that because they're all one and the same. Government media complex, beware the government media complex, 1998, Michael Savage, Commonwealth Club. Another speech, genius, unrecognized, done anyway in the archives. Beware the government media complex. Now, some have stolen it and made it into beware the Democrat media complex. Okay. But again, no credit, don't care, doesn't matter. Lao Tzu said doesn't matter who gets the credit for it so long as your ideas are being disseminated. Thank you, Lao Tzu. I appreciate it. When I see you in the next world, I hope you have a nice barbecue chicken waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Now, speaking of barbecue chicken, I got to tell you that I had the best barbecue chicken of my life at my barbecue on Sunday. I had 8 very close friends over at my house, and we barbecued. But the beauty here is that I didn't do the barbecuing, so the food was good. I am the world's worst person in front of a grill. I've tried it. I've tried to do the bone on me thing. It doesn't work, you know. It doesn't work. I burn the chicken, either burnt on the outside, raw on the inside. I can't do it. The meat is no good. So my friends own the best Chinese restaurant in the world, Shanghai 1930, Cindy and George. They agree to barbecue for me. I got to tell you, if you haven't had a 5-star chef barbecue at your house, you haven't eaten yet. This was so good, it was unbelievable. It was so good, I didn't give any to the dog. Teddy got nothing. Nobody left anything over. The poor dogs. And by the way, there were 4 dogs there. I loved it. There was Teddy and Tasha, the 2 little 10-pound poodle, 2-pound poodle. Then there was some other dog called a Pooey, a big black dog with, like, curls. She was there. Then my other friends had a dog, like mixed stock, Dalmatian dog. They didn't argue with each other. There wasn't even, it was a bark, a woof. They didn't fight. They didn't growl because they're not liberal dogs. Liberal dogs bark at each other and try to steal each other's food. They undermine each other. But conservative dogs kind of hang out. They got along. It was unbelievable. It was very nice. Then at the end of the day, we got in the boat. Some of us did, and we went up to the Bay Bridge and saw the construction. I said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So we got on my boat, and we went out there. And the pictures I took, they were unbelievable. The light was just perfect. And although the camera has limitations, the picture on my website is just great. I swear to God, I'm going to do. Remember, I used to do a Savage photo thing on my website. I go around the city. I'm going to do it again. Start posting pictures of the real San Francisco as opposed to the fake one. The city that Gavin Newsom doesn't want anyone to see, like the bum puking in a mailbox, the bum harassing a tourist, the bum scratching typhus lice onto a tourist, that kind of thing. Because it's time to end this. I can't stand it anymore. I don't know why these people are permitted to destroy the city. And I mean the politicians, because the bums don't want to be in the gutter. The bums want to be cared for in a state-run facility where they can be given the care that they need. They're mentally ill or they're criminal. They don't belong on the street. Homelessness is a charade put on by the liberals. It was created by Governor Brown's father, who released them into the streets. Edmund Pat Brown did this to us. He opened up the mental hospitals. He dumped them on the streets of California, and the state has never been the same, nor the nation. All because a liberal governor said that we can no longer house the mentally ill. It's against their civil rights. Release them into the streets. Here we have them, open wards, worse than Calcutta in the streets of America, and the most horrendous example is San Francisco. Now, luckily, I know where to avoid, where to go to not see them, but it's pretty horrible that they let human beings live like this, the liberals. And by the way, if you think they're not spending money on them, you're crazy. $200-400 million a year from the city government is spent on homelessness. Homeless. What do they do, buy cardboard boxes for them with that money? Where does that $400 million a year go? Turkey sandwiches, sir? Would you like a tuna, turkey, ham on rye, ham on toast, ham on sourdough, ham on sweet dough? What would you like, sir? May I serve you, sir? We are here in the business to serve you. We owe you something. It is our duty to serve you, the thousands of little bureaucrats working for Gavin Newsom, who serve the homeless and serve the other needy communities, including the illegal alien, including the illegal alien drug runner, including the illegal alien drug dealer, including everyone except the taxpayer. All why? 1969, it goes back to Helter Skelter. It goes back to drugged up psychos running the world off the cliff. And you sit there not seeing what's happening. You think they really just want to help the poor. You're crazy. You're insane. You don't know history. I do. Those who do not know the history are condemned to repeat it, my friend. God forbid all of us repeating the history of what do-gooders have done to the world before, because watch out for the do-gooders, because they'll really do you good. As they used to say in Hawaii, the missionaries came to Hawaii to do good, and they did very well indeed. It's the same with the demon cats under Obama. They all want to do good, and they're doing very well indeed. Very well indeed are they doing, to the tune of billions of dollars of front companies, back companies, side companies, up companies, down companies, your company, my wife's company, your son's company, her son's brother's company, Democrat companies, all doing very good indeed while doing very well indeed, because that's how it's done, my friend. It's called BSing the public. We're going to help the poor. We're going to help the poor with a program for the poor and the illegal alien who has no health care. And we're going to do it at the expense of those of you who work and pay taxes. Now, if you come out and talk against this, you're nothing but a white cracker racist, says Reverend Jeremiah Wright. Oh, yes, he's back. Yes, he's back. The man who's inside Obama's head from ear to ear, the man who we warned you was inside Obama's head from ear to ear. After all, he sat in the church for 20 years. He didn't leave once. He only left when it was pointed out to him that America finally might not elect them, because they understood that what was going on between left ear and right ear was what was coming out of Reverend Wright's mouth. Now it's in the White House. So Reverend Wright himself is back. And what does he say? Those who are opposed to health care are white racists, right-wing racists who want to make sure that people of color don't get health care, my friends. So let's play a little traveling music, Ray. Let's play a little of the excerpt from the music that we have today. Perhaps we shall play Piggies, clip 27 on the Savage Nation, and I will get a cup of tea while you play Piggies.
Little piggies, life is getting worse. Always having dirt to play around in.
910 at 9:10 a.m. on 910 a.m. The new generation of talk radio is coming.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see.
Go to clip 22, guys.
All your life.
There's another song on that album that they played quite a bit, Blackbird. And there's a verse in the song Blackbird about blackbirds fixing their wings, rising up and flying. So Manson told his family that by Blackbird, come on, we know what the Beatles are talking about. They're talking about the black man. And they're telling the black man to rise up against the white man.
Terrible, terrible thing. So here we are, 1969 to 2009. Goes back actually to 1809. Some would say it goes back to 1409. Others would say it goes back to 09. And some would say it goes back beyond even that. What it is a class struggle. It's a struggle between those who have and those who have not. It has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with have and have-nots. And since we are living east of Eden in the land of Nor, where there is no Eden and there is no place, we have to live with what we have and we have to have with what we live. And since we have now in the White House and around him some people that have never before been seen in such high places in America, we have to live with it, and we're trying to live with it. And so the people go out and they protest, and they're called racist. They're called every name under the sun by Nancy Pelosi, by Harry Reid, and the other illegitimate, the people who don't belong in office at all, are telling the people they don't even belong to have the vote. They have no right to have the vote because they're actually doing what Obama says people should do, which is organize. Think about it. The people in the Tea Parties, the people who went out in the town hall meetings were actually community organized community. So everything that Obama says you should do, they did. Only they didn't agree with him. Therefore, they were fascist, Nazis, un-American, thugs. Everything that the American people aren't, he said they are. Therefore, the government is the illegitimate, not the people. Now, you say it's anti-government, you're wrong. It's anti-illegitimate government. And I'll be darned before I stop telling you what I think is going on. I believe we've had a communist revolution in this country, and I believe it's a slow communist revolution, only you don't even know it. I know that the word socialist is being laughed at. When I first started using it years ago, no one even knew what a socialist was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago when I started using it. What's that? What are you talking about? Now everyone's socialist, so good. What you don't know is there's 30, 40 varieties of socialist. What's the big deal? He's a socialist. What's he hiding it for? The only question is what variety of socialist is Obama? Is it on the mild side? Is it on the British side? Is it on the middle side? Is it on the far side?